I'm Andy Nguyen.
And today we're going to be talking about laughter. So Andy and I met in second period. It was a pre-calculus class in sophomore year. So obviously we didn't look forward to it because it was like 8 a.m. in the morning and it was math. And Andy was the only person I knew when I walked in, so I sat right next to him. And it was really awkward at first because we didn't really know each other. But over time, we got close because the two class clowns in class would laugh and make jokes and side comments, and we thought they were the funniest people ever. So we ended up having shared laughter, which has now turned into good memories. And so that's why today we want to talk to you about the power of laughter. Next slide, please. Okay, but what is laughter? Next slide. According to Google, next slide, please. Okay. It's an act of laughing, obviously. Right, thank you.
Very helpful.
Next. But according to the Oxford definition, it's to make spontaneous sounds and movements that express liveliness and amusement, basically. But we thought these were two really basic ways to describe something as complex as laughter. Next.
All right, now we've all been in a situation where you didn't hear what somebody said and you kind of just look at them and you laugh. Now, in those kind of situations, we would say it causes discomfort. We could say it's an awkward situation, if you would. Now, we laugh because we find comfort in laughter. We seek it in the most awkward of situations. For example, in an experiment held by Robert Levinson, he had married couples come in and sit paired with polygraphs. And if you don't know what a polygraph is, it's essentially a machine that measures your stress. So he had couples come in, sit, and ask each other uncomfortable questions. Why are you so bad? Okay, well, not those kinds of questions, but if you ask me, I couldn't tell you. But let's just go with uncomfortable questions. Now, the further the couples got into questioning, the more stressed they were, the more stressed they seemed. And it wasn't just in the polygraphs. You could see it in their body language. They were scrunched up. They were bent. They were bent, yes. Thank you. Now, what they did find, however, was that the married couples that coped with the stress using laughter, they were eased of their stress instantaneously. It was gone. And again, not just in the polygraphs, in their body language. They were much more open, expressive, comfortable. And that's why you're more likely to laugh with people that you know. More people, group settings, people that you like, and people that you know. For example, if you take the person you like, your crush for example, and the person you hate and they tell the same joke, you're obviously going to laugh with your crush and stay silent towards the person you hate. Laughter is an important means of expression. It's not just a reaction. Laughter is a form of communication. Next slide, please.
People always say that laughter is the best medicine. And when I was younger, I didn't believe this because what can laughter do for me? But it actually decreases your stress levels. So when you're with your friends, obviously, laughing just automatically brings your stress down because endorphins are released, which are feel-good hormones. It also boosts the immune system, lowers blood pressure, and it helps oxygen into the heart to have a healthier heart. And my favorite is it burns calories and works out your abs. But you would need about 15 minutes of straight laughter just to burn 40 calories.
You look psycho while doing it, but you'll have abs.
Next slide, please.
All right, so we've also been in a situation where someone tells a really bad joke and you kind of have to fake laugh, You know who you are. You've done it before. So fake versus real laughter. People can tell the difference between real and fake laughter. But what I mean by maturity is that we don't become fully proficient with it until we're in our late 30s, early 40s. You and I, we're still learning about laughter ourselves. We're not good at it just yet. In an experiment held by Sophia, next slide please. She had people come in and for a laughter experiment, and they didn't know they were doing a laughter experiment. So she had people come in, lay down with headphones on, and she played an assortment of sounds. In the assortment of sounds was car horns, dogs barking, whale songs, and real and fake laughter. So the thing is, when in the picture here, you'll see a brain scan, and in the blue is where real laughter was processed, and in the pink is where the fake laughter was processed. So in the middle, you'll see that's where the blue is, and that's where the auditory lobe is, and if you don't know what that is, it's where sounds are processed. It's processed like any other noise. But in the pink, you'll see that it's further up in the brain, and further up in the brain is correlated to more cognition. So even when we're not consciously seeing a person and we hear fake laughter, the brain is thinking about it. It's, why is this person laughing? What is the reason behind this laughter? Laughter is always meaningful. Next slide, please.
Laughter is also used as a coping mechanism, whether it to be for hiding insecurities or to shed light on a situation. An example of this is Vanessa Bayer, who was a comedian on SNL. As a teenager, she had leukemia, so she was in and out of the hospital a lot. And while she was in there, she was having dark times, and her father and friends would come in and tell her jokes. And she realized that these jokes made her forget all about her leukemia and made her feel a lot better. So she decided to pursue comedy when she was cured. And this is just a really good example of how laughing with your friends rather than at them can really help to brighten their days. And you don't know the impact that laughter has on someone. Next slide, please.
All right, help others. So from my personal experience, my freshman year was easily the darkest time of my life. I struggled with my own identity. It appeared that people knew about me before I was even sure of it myself. And it affected my life socially and academically. I remember not wanting to go to school, having Fs, and it just wasn't ideal. But coming into class in second period with Sophia, laughter did have an impact on me. I can easily say that laughter is held very close to my heart.
When Andy would walk into class sometimes, I would notice that he was really sad and I wouldn't know what to do and I didn't want to ask him about it. And I wasn't the best at giving advice or comforting others. So I would turn to making jokes just to see if it would make him feel better. And just him smiling and laughing, even if it was for 1 second, it would make me feel a lot better just to know that I made his day better in the slightest. Next slide.
Moral of the story, make a change. You can make a change. Laughter has impact. We can take the stance that laughter has positive effects. Though not permanent all the time, laughter is sort of like a baby's diaper. I mean, it won't solve all your problems because obviously the baby's still gonna go to the bathroom, but it will ease the pain temporarily. Whether to cheer up a family member, cheer up a friend, even to fill up awkward silences, laughter has power. You can utilize that power to positively affect one another's lives. And we can all start with a laugh. Thank you.